Wine Wednesday, but technically
it's beer.
It's Beer Wednesday.
We are in the coolest man cave ever.
We are.
And tell me about it.
Oh my gosh. So Kaiser Brewing, almost everybody has known about it, especially in Forest Grove. If you live in the Forest Grove area, you know of KB Brewing. I've known them for so many years. They are an amazing family. So they had a house over by the high school, and he had a dream that he wanted to make his own beer. And he wanted to have his own little brewery and everything like that, and did all the research, everything like that. So we went on the hunt to look for the perfect property. And it had to have a detached garage and everything like that, and that we stumbled upon this. And it's perfect. It was absolutely perfect because they ran their brewery out of here. So as you can see, they had all their kegs, and right behind this wall is a cold storage room. So that's where they would have all of their kegs stored and everything like that, and they would just do all the tapping. And they would always have their list of beers, and they would open up the doors and roll out the tables, and people would literally come in and just chill, buy some beer, socialize. It was like Waltz in the neighborhood, like Waltz Brewing in the neighborhood of Hawthorne. So it's fabulous. I love it. And it's sad to see them go, but like everybody's, life changes, things happen, kids grow, families get larger, families get smaller, so they moved on to Idaho. So yeah. I'm going to miss them and their beer.
Right? Well,
right.
We didn't drink our beer, so I'm going to hit cheers again.
Cheers.
We'll do that. Because it's bad luck not to say
it
is.
Drink
if
it
you
is
cheers.
very
So
bad
we had
luck.
to redo
You
that
always
one,
have to cheers and drink right away. Bad luck. So about this cute house. It's built in 1940, so it's a 40s house. It's a ranch home on half an acre lot, so that is very unusual to find a large lot in town with a ranch home. When they bought it, it was a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. So they had 3 kids. They were growing, they needed space, and during COVID, like everybody else, remodeled. They added on an entire master suite.
Yeah.
So they got a 4-bedroom, which that master bedroom is enormous. It's so cool with the barn doors and the beautiful walk-in bathroom and walk-in shower and everything like that. So now they got 4 bedrooms, 3 baths, and the backyard is massive. And the vegetables, so we'll show you those, but oh my God, the vegetables back there, it just makes me hungry every time I go back in the backyard. I just pick all the tomatoes and start eating, or blueberries and fruit trees and all kinds of things. So,
and it's so close to everything. Right here off of Hawthorne, just right off the Pacific is just a few blocks away, and
there's the convenience store down the street. That's where I go get my propane tanks filled, which probably most people do because that's the closest place on this end of town,
right?
Without going to Cornelius. You've got bus station, so you've got local community, transportation close by. You've got shopping close by. Safeway is literally a stone throw down the road, so it's not that far. You got the Dollar Tree. I mean, you've got so much going on, and the street, Hawthorne Street is huge. It's so wide.
Yeah, central at everything though.
Yes.
And I like how it has so much space around the front driveway. I mean, there's room for even extra parking and I would say even RV parking off to this one side, extra space there that they could have. The backyard is actually super cool. We're going to have to go check that out.
Oh, yeah, because there's something back there that's one of my favorites.
It does. It's close to your heart. We'll get there. All right. Well, as we're talking about the pricing and homes, what are you seeing?
Oh, my goodness. Well, right now what I'm seeing is there's more and more coming on the market every single day. I mean, just the other day, in 1 week's time, I showed one family 12 houses. Yeah. That's a lot of houses that all of a sudden came on the market. And the pricing is not as high as it used to be. Right. I mean, I even myself priced a couple that where I priced them, and I never overprice listings, but where I priced them, they're almost now overpriced. Right. Just because the market, I mean, you've got new construction coming on, and they're undercutting all the resale houses. So how do you compete with new construction? It's very difficult. Right. So, and there's a lot of new construction out there. Right. Just in our little community, and more houses are coming on the market. So it's just, we have to be creative. We have to be competitive. We have to think outside the box. we have to figure out, okay, what can we do to make us stand out amongst the next listing or the next house? You know, offering, you know, oh gosh, buy downs. We just did that with the other house.
Right.
You know, I ended up getting a showing just because of that.
Right.
Because they were super excited. They're like, oh, I can save, you know, over $700 a month on my payment.
Right.
Absolutely. So things like that. And right now also is a great time for negotiations.
Right.
Because last summer and the summer before that, you really didn't get to negotiate anything. You were paying what they asked for plus some, and you were giving up everything.
Right. I would say it's more balanced market right now.
It is definitely a balanced market.
And you look at the market as far as whether it's a buyer's market or a seller's market. You know, we're just so used to things being such a seller's market that things go in a matter of a day or two, that it's when it's unsettling when people see, you know, it be a little bit more time. So it's just going, no, that's actually normal. It's normal to have that in the marketplace and have that be, you know, having some time to sell a property. It also leaves opportunity for the buyers.
Yeah,
you know,
it
with
does.
interest rates being higher, it's one of those things where everybody's asking, well, when are the rates coming down?
I hate that question.
And it's I'm like, well, let me consult my crystal ball that I have in the back here, and I'll be able to tell you exactly when that's going to happen. I will say that there is some rhyme or reason behind the market and seeing interest rates come down as far as it went up so fast.
It did.
And we know statistically the things that are coming as far as inflation are lagging markers.
Right.
So we know that as those pan out, we will see things drop, but timing is a whole different thing.
Timing is. And we kind of saw the interest. I mean, everybody knew interest rates were going up. They were talking about it.
Right.
I mean, and it was just a matter of time. Like, okay, is it going to be this time? Is it going to be this month? No, it's going to be next month. I mean, so we knew.
Yeah.
I think just a lot of people were just in denial about it.
Right. And those who are saying they're going to wait for the rate, that's the worst idea. It's because if right now you have the negotiating opportunities to get closing costs, because I just saw a stat from BlackRock that came out last week, and it said for every 1% in rate drop, we're going to see 5 million buyers hit the market.
Wow.
And that's just going to be a mosh pit of people bidding prices up.
Right.
So now you run that risk of, okay, well, this house, or, you know, what's the price on this house?
$689.
All right, $689. You know, this house would get possibly bid up. And I remember in the height of the market last year, in 2021, I should say, I had a client that paid $100,000 more. And it was great. I mean, they made their money back. That's fine. But they paid $100,000 overpriced just to get the deal. You know, so we're going to be in a position like that again. So
We will. Yeah. And they're not, the sellers, I mean, it's great for the sellers, but it's not great for the buyers.
Right.
And the buyers are just sitting there waiting and thinking, well, if I wait,
Yeah.
then, if it does go down there, but you're going to be paying so much more for the house just to get that lower interest rate. And I honestly don't think we're going to ever see it in the twos again.
Oh, no, that's just
That's
not going to happen.
I mean, and if it does ever get into the twos, you really should hope that you have something already so you're refinancing it down to the twos. I mean, come on.
It's not going to happen in our lifetime. I mean, you know, the reasons that it happened was because of, and obviously there's a lot of debate on why this happens, but my take is that it was government intervention to buy down bonds and keep the market going. I also think there was an impact from the pandemic and how that influenced it. So you see interest rates coming down. I hope we don't have another pandemic. I mean, I'd like to see interest rates in 2, but I don't want a pandemic to get there.
No, exactly. And I don't want the buyers to give up everything.
Right.
I mean, give up your inspections, give up your appraisals, give up everything just to get the house.
Right, right.
Because then, I mean, gosh, I mean, what happens if they do all that and they get the house and something tragic happens with the house, and you know what? They're going to go after you. They're going to be angry with you because you advised them to give it up. Even though you didn't, that's what they're going to think.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I mean, we always do what is in the best interest of the client. But there were some times that we had to, you know, do some extra outside of the box things to help clients get in. Right.
Yeah,
And we
it
still
was-
did the inspections, but
Right,
yeah.
and it was scary. It's like, okay, well, this is everything. You really can't ask for anything because you know what? There's 3 other buyers right behind you.
Mm-hmm.
So
So now there's a little bit more negotiating.
there's
Yeah.
more negotiating, and you can figure things out.
Right.
So,
For sure.
and a lot of times with some of the vacant houses, I hate to say this, but sometimes you can get that early occupancy.
Right.
So
We just did this recently.
yeah,
We just did this recently. So
Yeah.
and that's a great opportunity for everybody, a win-win for all.
right, exactly. I agree. So yes.
Awesome. Well, let's check out the one really cool feature in the back of this house. I mean, this man cave is
The
amazing.
man cave is amazing. This is especially when you're coming up to football season.
Right.
I mean, could you imagine, having all of this and then having a big screen TV somewhere, and then you just have your lazy boys and you're just,
Right.
yeah, you don't
And,
really
and
have
it's
to go that
all
far.
contained out in the garage, not in the
Yes.
house. I'm just saying, ladies. I'm just saying. All right.
Cheers to that.
All right. Check out the other features.
Okay, fabulous.
Look at this.
I know.
What an amazing feature. It has a beautiful weeping willow here and this little swing set thing here. Oh my gosh, it is so cute. And of course it has a swing. We
And
know
of course
how
I'm gonna find it.
you love swings.
I will always find a swing and swing.
That's
It's-
awesome. Oh,
It
which-
is one of my favorite things to do.
if we tie it into what's happening in the market and we talked about how much more opportunities, it's kind of like the negotiations that we're doing right now.
That's
There's
true.
a lot of more give and take in the market when we're talking negotiations, right?
It's a swinging market.
So, if you're ready to jump into the market and swing to your next adventure, come on and see us over here at
1607 Hawthorne Street.
Okay, awesome. All right,
Hey,
thanks,
I
guys.
didn't fall.
You didn't fall.